another confluence study. It's the Japanese yen on a 15-minute time frame. Okay, so first of all, with our trend channel, it would be drawn A to B. But when we trade through it, it becomes obviously we make it a very large violation. So as we break this high here, and what do we know about this break? Good solid wide spread, so we know this level is valid. Anyhow, as we break through this level, I'll draw A, D, and then C would be the parallel. You know, we need to adjust our lines for the best fit approach, which you should all know by now. So we rally up, and what do we notice? We become overbought with lovely reversal action. We push up a little bit higher, and then we react. And now this, this is it. This is my kind of setup. Why? First of all, we have a mini channel. It's been validated. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So this is 10 touches. So on a reaction, we have 10 touches where we become oversold. And where do we become oversold? At support. And we also are at our demand line from our main channel. Now we do have a slight violation there. But why do we have this violation? It's because we became slightly overbought in pretty much an old trend for this time frame. Don't forget, it's 15 minutes. We would expect a test of the demand line and perhaps a little violation due to the momentum. It's the first time the sellers have had a real chance to stretch their legs since the beginning of the trend. So momentum just carries it a little further, but we do note that the selling is poor, narrow spreads. Compare this to the buying. The buying becomes the buying. So this in comparison is very weak. So in price action terms, this is actually a spring. So we need to buy this. Don't forget what I said in the previous study. We want to see weak selling when we become overbought. And we have weak selling confluence, but not only that, it's a triple confluence. So we become overbought, we become oversold at support, whilst violating, we have a demand line. So we have our channel, support, oversold. Price action turns, we spring. We note the price action on the way down is poor selling when the buying to get here has been quality good wide spreads. We have to buy this bar. We have to buy this spring as we come back up. And look at the response. Look at this lovely wide spread bar. All the elements here are working together in harmony. I really hope that this is beginning to sink in. It's just truly amazing. And triple confluences are very, very, very strong. And I do know that this is violated, but it's violating within reason. It's only a little bit of momentum carrying it down, and we can see from the price action it holds. In an ideal world, which these setups do occur, we hold the demand line whilst being oversold at support. I mean, that's a bang on 100% triple confluence. This still has, this is still extremely good and extremely tradable. Okay, so we continue north, and what do we have here? This is a reverse use of trend channel. Remember, we have the reverse use of trend line is when we push up, and price coils. That's reverse use of trend line. Okay, this is reverse use of trend channel. Why? We have one. Well, first of all, if we draw price the channel like this, we haven't got all this price action yet. So if we draw from here to here, where can we draw? You know, where's the parallel? It just doesn't help us. We just get 1, 2, 3 touches. But here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 touches along here. And for me and my personal trading, I would rather go with the 6 touches to the 3. So we draw in the parallel at the lows. Don't forget, we're in an uptrend, so the lows should be drawn first, but this doesn't help us. However, if we draw, because price is contained with this lovely supply line, we add the parallel, and this becomes a reverse use of trend line. We draw this line because it contains price much cleaner, has a better fit than having that or that. You can see that if we drew that there and that it just doesn't work. Come down, we drive up, a little bit of negativity, push back up, boom, back to G, another confluence. We are overbought in our channel at local resistance, which we upthrust. So if we come back under, we can let the market pull us in. We have another short trade. Fascinating. Really, really good trading. Now, we don't know we'll get supply like this. I mean, obviously we never know how the market unfolds. This is just a gift. However, we note we dip down at the demand line and we close here. So there is some buying. Now, this is where we need to apply our logic and a bit of trade management. If we have, 10 contracts on here, and our first target would be here, we could take off 5. We might want to put us, this might be a line in our sand, so we move our stop here, so we at least bank this. We knife through our demand line from our channel, and we come down, and look where we hold, just above our support line, which has been validated by this bar. Amazing, right? We know this to be validated decent support because of the break. The way it breaks with the widespread and firm close validates the level. So we push up, come back down, and then price stalls for 15-minute time frame. For 90 minutes we hold, we come down, and then we see the rising lows. Now, there might be an opportunity to jump on board on a smaller time frame, but say we don't, what do we notice? Wide spread, breaking local support. We come back to test. Look at these 2 bars: dip down, firm close, dip down, firm close, which is weak selling on the way down to these 2 bars. We have very narrow bars after strong drive up. Picture perfect. We can trade here. Market is kind, gives us 2 bars for 2 additional entries if we couldn't get in down here. Now, if we long from here or here, we need to take profits here. Why? It's the flip side with use of the demand line from our channel, which is in an area of supply. Even though this demand line, we've had one good touch, and then we can see an ability to try and hold here. It's the supply line that gives the channel credibility or strength with an incredible, let's have a look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 touches. This gives this channel validity along with the touch, and we know that it did attempt. And lo and behold, we get to this area, we hold again. Same down here, hour and a half. Look at this, reversal action closes week. We can sell that again. So this action of using this reverse use tells us that professionals are watching these levels, and therefore we should know them and know how to read them, and more importantly how to trade around the edges where risk is least, and we can validate levels from wide spreads. See, this big widespread validates the demand line because it takes effort, it takes force to break it down. Excellent. Are there any questions? There are no questions for this chart. I'll give it another couple of seconds. I must apologise, we are overrunning by a fair amount. It's very, structure is extremely important, and we need to get the foundations correct before we move on to price and volume. You know, this is as I said, structure is of vital importance. It helps bind everything together, and you hopefully, as you're beginning to learn, that it's the containment of price that we're interested in. And why are we interested? Why are we interested in the containment of price? Because it gives us our entries and our targets. Okay, this concludes the study. On to the next.